Have you ever wondered how an isolated communist movement turned Cambodia upside down? Let's rewind to the chaos of the Cambodian Civil War and unravel how the Khmer Rouge clawed their way to power. First, set the scene. It's the late 1960s. Cambodia, under Prince Norodom Sihanouk, is trying its best to stay neutral while the Vietnam War rages right next door. But neutrality is a tough game, and the country's caught in the crossfire. American B-52s drop bombs on the countryside, targeting North Vietnamese hideouts, but killing thousands of Cambodians in the process. That chaos? It's the perfect breeding ground for discontent. Enter the Khmer Rouge. Led by Pol Pot, these guys started off as a ragtag band of revolutionaries hiding out in the jungle. But here's the twist: Sihanouk, after being ousted in a 1970 coup by General Lon Nol, actually teams up with the very communists he once fought against. Why? Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or so he thought. Meanwhile, Lon Nol's new government is propped up by the United States, but they're unpopular, corrupt, and can't stop the bleeding. Rural Cambodians are furious about the bombings and the government's failure to protect them. The Khmer Rouge sees this anger, promising to kick out foreign influence and bring justice to the forgotten countryside. By 1973, the Khmer Rouge are no longer just a nuisance. With support from China, North Vietnam, and new recruits from devastated villages, they're capturing towns and inspiring fear. Imagine this: entire villages disappear into the jungle, fleeing both bombs and soldiers. Many join the Khmer Rouge, not out of belief, but for survival. By 1975, Phnom Penh, Cambodia's capital, is surrounded. The government is out of cash, out of friends, and out of time. On April 17th, Khmer Rouge forces march into the city, welcomed at first as liberators. But within hours, the mask drops. The population is forced out into the countryside at gunpoint. Hospitals, schools, even families torn apart. Now here's where history gets chilling. The Khmer Rouge, convinced they need to purify the nation, start one of the most brutal social experiments in history. City dwellers are condemned as enemies, intellectuals executed, and nearly 2 million Cambodians perish in just 4 years. How did such a tiny guerrilla group seize an entire country? The answer is fear, fury, and the chaos left behind by a war that wasn't even theirs to start with. So next time you hear about the Khmer Rouge, remember, their rise was no accident. It was forged in the fires of civil war, political betrayal, and the desperate hopes of a nation caught between superpowers. History isn't just about what happened, it's about why it happened.